hard.
Hello, I'm Michael Smith. I am the creator of The Mike Show. That's Mike Show Mike 2000 on all the social medias and YouTube. But I'm not here really to talk about myself. But I wanted to mention, I have a story to tell, because I'm not really a stand-up comedian. Messy back there, Jesse.
Yeah.
We went to high school together, right? And he
Correct.
played Capture the Flag Dodgeball.
Yes,
if any
sir.
of you ever played that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke his leg twice.
Yeah, broke my ankle.
Yeah. well, since Jesse broke his leg, someone had to take him from class to class. He was in a wheelchair. He had a cast all the way up his leg, so he had to be moved from class to class. Even though we had 10-minute passing periods, someone had to take him. So I took him a couple times, and I looked at Jesse one time, and I'm like, "How fast do you think we can get this wheelchair?" So I ran as fast as I could, and back then I was really fast, man. I can't run to save my life now, but. We were running down the hallway, right? And all of a sudden that wheelchair starts tilting sideways. We start leaving a skid mark, it flips over. He comes rolling out of the chair and he's got to keep his legs straight because he's broken. I go over the top and I make eye-to-eye contact with, what's his name, Jesse?
Laughlin?
Yeah, that's who I made eye-to-eye contact, and I was no longer allowed to push him around the school anymore. So another time, there was times back in high school, like I said, we went to school together, and when we graduated, Jesse had a little bit of a harder time to graduate because when Wilson got kicked out, he got Jesse kicked out too. Anyway, we had a bunch of things that pissed us off really in school. Yeah, and we get mad and we get really pissed off talking about dropping out of school and stuff. And see, I talked about people earlier about I used to have a Chrysler Cordova, 1981 Chrysler Cordova, Corinthian leather and aftermarket T-tops. Well, on the back of that Cordova, I had a yellow folder. And in that yellow folder was contents of a Cherry magazine. And if any of you are familiar with Cherry magazine, that's pretty raunchy. And when we'd open it up to the swing and steaks were made, and I don't really want to talk about what was in there, but at that moment, we realized no matter how bad our lives were, they're not as bad as that moment we seen in that book. And I'll tell you one more story to wrap all this up. Back when I was in high school, I was dating this girl. My car broke down, and this guy named Anthony lived in Kokomo with his mom, and that's where I was going. It was 5 miles away. So I promised my girlfriend I wouldn't hitchhike, okay? So I'm walking down 31, and I've already walked a mile. My feet are killing me. So I kind of put my thumb out. Not a whole hitchhiker thumb, but, just a little bit of my thumb. And at that point, a white Lincoln stops. And as I'm walking up to it, they open the back door. I look inside. There's this guy that hardly has any teeth in his mouth. And this blonde and this kid in the back seat. And I look at them and I think, when I was a kid, we don't take rides from strangers, even if they have candy. So at this point, I ask them, if I get in this car, you guys aren't going to kill me. And they're like, no. And they asked me the same question. So we all mutually agreed no one was going to die. So as we're driving, right, they're telling me they were in the entertainment business. I'm like, I don't understand. They're like, yeah, we do the entertainment business. I'm like, I need you to explain more. Well, you ever been to the carnivals and stuff? And so at this point, I realized I'm in the car full of carnies, and this is an awesome moment. And the guy in the back seat goes, hey man, you want to get high? I'm like, dude, my nickname's Stony back in high school. I'm like, yeah. So we go to this guy's house. I pick up Anthony. I said, hey, you want to go with us? He's like, yeah. So we get in the car, and they take us to this rundown trailer park, right? And at this point, that we go in there, and we sit down on the couch, and this guy sits up 3 bottles and gets behind the couch and throws a ball, and he's like, see, for 25 cents, you can see if you can knock all these down, and I'll give you $5. So this guy was trying to carny me in his own home. And
In the trailer.
so the phone rings, he leaves. Anthony's like, do you even know these people? I said, no, I just hitchhiked with them a few minutes ago. And they said, they want to smoke, so why not? And he's like, man, they're going to kill us or something. Well, we end up all having to get in the car because this girl's got to go to her boyfriend's house. So we go to this nicer trailer park, right? And she goes to the door, boyfriend meets her at the door. They go inside. This woman comes out and goes, Michael, is that you? And he's like, who is this? I don't know. She's probably not talking about me. She goes, Michael Smith, that's you in the back seat. I'm like, hi. So whatever happened there, we get dropped back off at Anthony's house. A couple days later, I'm back in the neighborhood. My girlfriend's all pissed off at me, and I have no reason why. And she's like, you lied to me. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, you said you wouldn't hitchhike. And I'm like, all right, hitchhike, But, you know, I can't lie for anything. So at this point, she's like, yeah, the mother that yelled at them, so the mother was her mom's best friend. Shows you how small of a world it is. And don't break the chain.
Yes.
All right, thank you all. Have a great night.